All right.
First, Dave, just the plan, you've got Julio starting. Is it a regular start for him, or do you see it being a condensed one? And then what would be the plan for Andrew Heaney following it, if that's still the case?
I think it's going to be somewhat regular. There might be a little bit of abbreviation. We'll just kind of see how he's throwing. The plan is for Andrew to take down the remaining part of the game, but we have coverage if that's not the case.
And is the plan still for tomorrow for Clayton Kershaw to take the start?
Yes, plan is for Clayton to pitch tomorrow, and it'll be abbreviated, but what that means I don't think we'll know till tomorrow.
Have you settled on what Heaney's role is going to be in October? Long man, like specific spots, one time through? Like, have you settled on anything particular with him?
No. I think that having him come out of the pen for the third time today just kind of lets us feel good about him doing that. So it just kind of gives us the options if we still want to start him in a particular game or, have him come out of the pen. But is it going to be a short kind of hit and run? Probably not. I would see him more taking down bulk when he does pitch.
Dave, you've said often that all of your pitchers are comfortable in any role, or at least willing to take on any role. With Andrew specifically, is he comfortable doing this in these variety of circumstances that he could be facing?
I think so. I think that early on there's probably a little trepidation as far as not pitching out of the pen, but that's why he came to us and said, hey, if there's a potential for me to do this, can we run the play out and me come out of the pen? So we've done it a couple times, and we'll do it again tonight. So I think that's subsided. So he feels good for whatever, but I think it was beneficial for him to play it out like that.
Remember when that was that he came to you?
It was before that San Diego series maybe.
Dave, Julio obviously has a chance to win the ERA title. Just how have you seen him grow from the time he was a 19-year-old rookie to now?
I think, he's grown exponentially. I think the discipline in his in-between starts has been much more fine-tuned. I think like most young players, they get through on talent, but I think the consistency of the weight room, all that stuff that he does to prepare for a start has been way more consistent. I think that his scope and how he manages a game has broadened as opposed to just kind of getting that hitter, making your pitch, understanding how the lineup is constructed, how you're going to navigate second, third time through. That's kind of gotten better. But I think experience just trumps everything. He's just gained a lot more experience.
He obviously had a lot of hype as a 16-year-old in the Midwest League, punching guys out. Then had the injuries, and it seems like he's quietly kind of lived up to it a little bit. The ERA title, 20 wins last year. Do you think he's fully appreciated as he should be for what he's done?
I think that depends who you ask. He's lived up to everything that we had hoped for and more. He was obviously a highly touted prospect, and for him to realize all those expectations, he's done that and more. And there's more in there. So, we definitely appreciate him here.
Did the shoulder surgery that he had change those expectations at all? Was there a little unknown when he came back?
I think with the shoulder, there's always unknown with the pitcher. But he's a guy you can't bet against, and he's come back and been better, So with the shoulder, something is not like the elbow for the most part. But Julio has got through that, and he's thrived. It's amazing.
It was a pretty serious shoulder surgery. Was there concern he might never pitch again? Or
I think with any pitcher with the shoulder, you always have that worry.
Dave, Julio, his last start, he started his fastball about 89, went up to 96 by the end of the start. I think back in the day, we saw that starting pitches. Is that sort of a lost art? Maybe be able to navigate lineups and extend yourself to games?
I don't know. I do think it's a lost art. Pitchers having different fastballs. I know it's intentional for Julio. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I think there have been times where he's coming out throwing 94. but the last couple starts, he's kind of been 89, 90 and built the fastball velocity later in the game. So I know that's probably intentional, but he's just such a good arm talent. He can kind of do a lot of different things with the baseball.
Trey's been kind of been out here before games for like a month straight, getting some extra swings and early BT, something that he said he normally doesn't do. What's the balance between trying to do too much to get out of this funk he's been in? And
This is Trey.
Yeah.
He's frustrated. He's trying to figure it out. Yeah, when he's going well, he's not a guy that's out here taking extra batting practice. But right now, he's trying to kind of feel something. So there is a point of diminishing returns. But I don't think that we're there with Trey.
Do you see a difference in him this year to last year, especially how strong he finished last year?
Yeah. Last year he might have finished as one of the best hitters in baseball the last couple weeks, and this year he's trying to find his way. So I think it just speaks to how unpredictable baseball is, the postseason. Didn't have a good postseason last year and was the hottest hitter on the planet, and so hopefully we flip it on its head this year.
Yeah, Dave, do you know if Chris Taylor's going to be available tomorrow?
No, he won't be available tomorrow. He's going to start doing baseball activities tomorrow, so this weekend will be pretty pivotal for him to kind of get ready for the DS.
Does he have to be healthy for game one for you to put him on the roster, or is there kind of some wiggle room with him in terms of, do you think he can come back later in the series?
I think with Chris, there's wiggle room. If he feels that he can help us at some point in time, pinch hit, play defense, run the bases, if he feels he's ready and can participate or contribute, he'll be on there.
Yesterday was kind of an example of
What's that?
Yesterday was kind of an example of how good the bullpen has been of late. But do you see it as kind of one of the strengths of the team going into the postseason at this point?
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of strengths, but I certainly think that our bullpen is one of the positions of strengths, yeah. I mean, we do a great job of preventing runs. The pitching guys do a great job, and we talked about the buy-in for the roles and whatever is asked upon them. So, yeah, we're going to need them.
Is that kind of interesting to say, considering everything that's happened with the injuries, with the role changes in the ninth inning? Is it just kind of a surprise in a way?
It's not surprising in the sense that we just got guys, our baseball front office, they do a good job of finding talent, identifying it, and then our coaches do a great job of developing it. And it's just a really good formula. Not surprising.
Did Blake bounce back well after his bullpen?
He did, and he's going to throw to some hitters in a live situation tomorrow. Throw to a couple hitters, and then Dustin will throw 2 innings tomorrow.
Is Blake still a possibility for the DS, or is CS more likely for him?
He's still a possibility for the DS.
Dave, one more Julio question. You mentioned there's a little more in there. Is durability the last check mark? Pitching 7, 8, maybe even 9?
No, I think he's durable. It's just you're trying to understand the upside of getting him out there for the 8th and 9th, and what's the benefit of throwing 125 pitches. So I think he's been very durable.
Justin's healthy. Will he be on the DS roster for sure?
We'll see. We'll just get through this next thing, and then we'll keep having conversations.
With him and Tony, can you guys keep building them up, even like during the playoffs?
Yes, absolutely.
Good job.